Hello, everybody. This is Tim here again, here with a really quick review for an extremely shitty horror film sequel. I've finally decided to watch this and get the review for this movie out of the way to wrap up this Candyman series. I just watched Candyman 3. No surprise, it is dog shit. Anybody who has seen this film in the horror community, this film is known as dog shit. And here, get no surprise, it's still dog shit. As far as this film goes, from a 1 to 4 star rating, 1 being shit, anything below 1 being utter shit, 2 being passable to okay, 3 being good, 4 being, awesome. This is easily a half-star film for me. It's utter shit, completely worthless. I give this film half a star, just barely gets half a star. As far as this film goes, you got a porn star in here playing the lead girl, who's supposed to be the daughter of the main girl from part 2. The girl from part 2 evidently lost her mind, said Candyman's name 5 times, and just committed suicide like that by having Candyman kill herself. No explanation why she went crazy and wanted Candyman to kill her after all these years. After everything the woman went through in part 2, she suddenly, all of a sudden, one day decides, enough is enough. I'm tired of living. I'm just gonna let this guy kill me for no fucking reason. I'm, stupid shit 101. Kill off a character from the second film because we just don't have that same actress back, so we gotta write that fucking character out in a stupid ass way that makes no fucking sense. So that's how she gets killed off. Then you got the daughter in the movie, who's supposed to be the daughter of the character from part 2, but this woman cannot act at all. At her best, she's a little bit above soap opera acting. At her worst, she's abysmal. I don't even know this actress's name. I've never seen her on anything else, but through some research, I think I found out. I believe that she was on Baywatch. She looks like a porn star, honestly. Great ass, great knockers, honestly. Face wise, she's not too pretty in the face to me, but great ass and great rack. She should really just do a porno. This should just been Candyman the porno, like a Candyman porno parody, like a Candy Lick or something with this chick in it. That would have been much more interesting than what we have here as a film. You got like a porn star level actress in this film trying to act, and it comes off horrible. And the director of the movie even knows she's a porn star level actress. Like 5 times in the movie, the chick like randomly appears in her underwear for no fucking reason whatsoever, just to show her ass. Which I'm like, yeah, the ass is great, but at the same fucking time, can't you come up with a better reason movie for this chick to show off her goods than to just randomly have her in her underwear all the time? Uh, it's just weak filmmaking and poor decision making. Fucking stupid. If all you got riding on this movie is this chick's ass, then just make a porno. With this chick? Why bother trying to make a whole feature film? It's fucking stupid and worthless. And this chick cannot act. She sucks ass. They just tried to get by with her in the movie based on her looks, based on her body, which nice body, but it's not enough. It fucking drags. It gets old. And I'm tired of no reason whatsoever panty shots, underwear shots. Tired of that fucking shit in this movie. Pretty much the film opens up, the chick is already having nightmares of Candyman for some reason, even though she has no idea what he fucking looks like. She hasn't even said his name yet. And she just goes to like this art gallery where she's unveiling some kind of art left over by Candyman because he was an artist before he became Candyman. So she's like unveiling some kind of art show with his art. There's this like dude there who's supposed to be her friend, but he constantly fucks with her and gets her to say Candyman's name. So the movie's off to a quick start. They just want to hurry up and get Candyman back out here. Candyman comes back, same old shit, and Tony Todd, once again, he's the best actor in this movie, but his character has become stale at this point because he gets no new lines in this film, and he's just repeating the same shit from the first movie. He just feels kind of stale, like his performance is just a little stale, almost on the lame side, because he just doesn't have anything. Well, I wouldn't say on the lame side. Tony Todd's better than that, even at his worst, but it's just on like the stiff, like just kind of like I don't want to do another one of these movies kinds of sides really. One thing I like about the movie though is it actually does continue on from part two and has the daughter of the main character from part two. I like that link, how this third one links up with the second one. That is kind of neat. But once again, pretty much there's a painting that links Candyman's soul to the living world. It's a representation of Candyman's good half, and the only way to destroy Candyman's evil half is to destroy the painting. So once again, it's like the mirror in part two. This painting connects his spirit to the real world. So the main chick has to destroy it. She goes and like sees this like fucking a wannabe psychic woman who I always get a laugh out of psychics in movies. Sometimes they play them up to like cartoonish levels where it's actually kind of funny. This shit is so stupid. This like psychic woman like takes a cigar and like blows smoke like around this chick's body, like, and then just for just no reason. She doesn't explain why she's doing it, and then she just like sets back down. And, you get the same old shit like what spirit is it that troubles you? This is lame. Lame psychic representation. You get Nick Corey in this film from A Nightmare on Elm Street. He was Rod in The Nightmare on Elm Street, Tina's boyfriend in that film. He actually does the second best acting in the movie after Tony Todd. He's good. He's decent to good in the movie. He carries himself well. He's likable. I enjoy seeing him in the movie. Oh, and one other thing is, once people start getting killed by Candyman, because Candyman's wiping people out, same old shit, to try to make this girl feel alone, so she'll join him. It hasn't worked twice in a row, Candyman. You might want to change your game up there, brother. But anyway, so he's doing it again, wiping people out left and right, and the kills this time are even weaker. You get like maybe one or two okay ones, but they're once again they feel more stale because they're more hook deaths and they lack the impact of the hook deaths in the first movie and the more stylized ones from the first movie. And we've already seen these similar hook deaths in the second movie, so it's like, about to fall asleep here a little bit, honestly. These shit's just getting a little old. But they're mostly just, some of them are just cut too quick. And then fucking, yeah, there's these two cops in the movie who are like investigating the murders done by Candyman or whatever, and they're like these two obnoxious as fuck racist cops who I just can't fucking stand them in the movie. They're like so racist, it's unbelievable. Like, how are these guys cops? They constantly spout off racial slurs, even to like other cops, and I'm like, how are these guys still cops? And they're like so over the top racist, it's unbelievable. Uh, They look at this other cop who happens to be black, and the first thing that pops into their mind is like, "Hey, this is our case. Ain't you got to go shoot some hoops or something?" And I'm like, "Fuck you guys." These guys got on my nerves. I know they're meant to get on your nerves so you root for them to die, but it takes forever for them to die. One of them finally dies. There's two of them. One of them finally dies. Gets like a hook through the mouth and through like the back of a car seat. That was kind of a neat death. I clapped, honestly. I was so glad to see this dude dead. I love that. Thank God he's dead. And then like the main chick, the porn star, I'm just gonna call her porn star. The porn star, she like finds out there's this cult that has the painting. This cult like worships Candyman and want like, keep the Candyman name alive. And they're like some over the top gothic cult group where the main dude is like some wannabe goth poser dude, and he like jumps up. It's like not like I don't have anything against gothic people or anything at all. Really, I'm like a gothic punk dude myself. I mean, I dress up really gothic all the time. I'm not dressed up like that at all right now because honestly, I got two kids and I just really don't have time to dress up hardly. But this dude right here, this is the type of like movie fake version you would see of a goth person, and it's like a stereotype. The dude like tries to deepen his voice, and he's like, "We are here to keep Candyman alive. We are his congregation." I'm laughing because it's so fucking silly. The dude is in the movie. You watch it. You just watch it for this guy and this group. You get a laugh out of it. But anyway, they've got Candyman's painting, and fucking the chick is there, and she just goes there, knowing they're there. Like one of the cult members comes to her in the middle of a bar and says, "Come with me. I'll give you the painting back. Come on." She just listens to this guy she doesn't even know and just goes with him just cause he asks. She has no protection whatsoever. She just goes into this like abandoned facility, and little do you know, it's a trap, and they knock her out and tie her up. They summon Candyman. Candyman shows up and kills them all, and then he wants her to join him, but fucking she rips up the painting, and Nick Corey is there. He's been beat up by Candyman. She rips up the painting with a hook she finds that the wannabe goth poser dude had, She rips up the painting, and I kind of like how each time she rips it with the hook, like a part of Candyman's body will get like a tear on it. I like that. I thought that was kind of neat. And then Candyman gets like a really weak special effects death where he like explodes in like half partially CGI looking flame. It just looks shitty. It just feels like the movie was made on a low budget and it tried to pull off a bigger special effect than what it could. It doesn't look super bad, but at the same time, the movie just doesn't really have the money to back it up. But yeah, he gets a weak death. So the painting's destroyed, though. One thing I like about this does kind of feel like a trilogy. The first movie kind of feels a little bit out of place, though, because it wasn't like a descendant of Candyman in that movie that he was after. Unlike the second, third one, where it's like a descendant or whatever that he's after. So the first movie does kind of feel a little bit out of place, but at the same time, I do like how the Candyman movies kind of do feel like a trilogy. And I like how this movie kind of pretty much wraps everything up. So the Candyman's dead, but they gotta have a final jump scare where at the end, she's like, "You're dead, Candyman," and she's looking in the mirror, and all at once this hook pops out, and it's like a final jump scare, and I'm like, "Fuck you, movie! It was a nightmare." I mean, Candyman is dead. It was just a nightmare because she wakes up from it and she's like hanging out with Nick Corey or whatever, and so it's like a happy ending, whatever. So it's just a nightmare. But at the same time, I'm like, "Fuck you, movie." Another thing, the other racist cop in the movie actually shows up there. He's like come to kill the girl or whatever, the blonde haired, the porn star girl, because she's like cost him his job because basically basically, he wants to kill her because she's sleeping with Nick Corey, and he's a racist, and he don't like Mexicans or Spanish people or whatever the fuck. He don't like anybody really. I don't even think he likes. I don't even think this dude likes white people. So I guess he's just prejudiced against everybody. So he shows up there and he wants to kill her because of that. The porn star. He gets ready to kill her, and he's like, "I'm the Candyman." And this other cop, who just happens to show up at the right time, shoots him all the fuck, and so he gets blamed for all the Candyman murders. Somehow they connect this dude to all the other Candyman murders in the fucking movie when he wasn't even present for them. I don't know how the fuck they did that, but I don't know how the fuck the police did that, but somehow that happens. And so Candyman's legend gets destroyed as well because his murders get blamed on a cop. So, people are going to stop believing in Candyman because they're going to be like, well, that was a cop, whatever. So at the same time, I'm like, I kind of get that idea. I kind of like that, how she's like dispelling the Candyman legend or whatever. But at the same time, there's no fucking way all these murders could have been traced to this cop. There's no fucking way. But yeah, as far as this movie goes, it's got some passable death scenes here and there. Weak characters, the worst characters of the three movies, besides Nick Corey. Porn Star Girl is by far the weakest lead of all three movies. This movie fucking sucks. I give it a half a star for the porn star chick's ass, and Nick Corey, and and one or two passable death scenes. I give it a half a star for that, pretty much. That's it. Other than that, fuck this movie. Fuck it up its ass, and I will never watch this shit again if I can help it. I will see you guys again with a review for the first James Bond movie, because those are the films I'm gonna jump into next, is the James Bond films. I figured change it up a little bit. I've done some horror. Time to jump into some James Bond movies. I'm gonna do every James Bond film all the way up to even the Spectre film that's out in theaters right now. But of course, it's gonna take me a long ass time to get up to that one because it's like 24 James Bond movies, I believe. So I got a long fucking James Bond marathon to get to. So I'll see you guys again with a review for Doctor No, which is the first James Bond movie.